What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Yella, representing Yella Entertainment. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that little notification bell so that way you won't miss a video. We appreciate your support, and hopefully within the next few minutes I can help you with your buying decision. Happy holidays. For those of you that are looking for a tablet for yourself or to give, you've come to the right place, because if you're anything like me, you had a hard time deciding between some Samsung tablets. I have today this Tab S6 Lite versus the Tab A7. Now, there are some key differences, some things you need to take into consideration. There are some really good deals happening right now, so that's probably why you're watching this video, because you're trying to decide which one should you go for. Well, I can tell you right off the bat, this Tab S6 Lite, this is the 64 gig model. I want to say it was around 250 bucks, because it's like $100 off right now, which is a really good deal. Comes with the trusty S Pen. It is not a Bluetooth S Pen, but in some aspects that can be a good thing, because you don't have to worry about this thing attaching and charging up. It'll attach magnetically, but you don't have to have it charged up to use it. So it'll just work. And it is pretty decent when you're taking notes. You do get two stereo speakers. Pretty good placement on the Tab S6. It is a little bit I guess narrower than the Tab S7, a little bit shorter as well. So it is not as wide, not as tall. There's a slight difference, very slight. Both of which have the headphone jack. I'm trying to get that on camera for you guys. So there's the Tab S6 Lite. It's got the headphone jack there, and the Tab S7 has the headphone jack there at the bottom corner. So it really depends on you whether you like the placement or not. So the Tab A7 feels a little chunkier than the Tab S6 Lite, so you can keep that in mind. The camera placement, however, is a little different. So you got the camera right there in the horizontal mode, as opposed to the camera placement vertical mode. Now, neither one of these tablets has a fingerprint sensor, so you're gonna have to rely on your pattern or your pin or the face unlock. And I will tell you, the face unlock is not great on either one, as I try to do this behind the camera just to get this thing back open for you guys. So the face unlock is definitely a pain, right? That's not a good feature on either one of these tablets. But if I had to pick a winner for the face unlock, it would go to the Tab A7. That one seems to unlock it a little better. Now, a few more differences. The Tab S6 Lite, what I have found, and this is, let me mention there's quad speakers on the Tab A7. Okay, quad speakers, but when directly comparing these, I would say that the speakers on the Tab S6 Lite seem to sound a little more, you get more of a full sound. All right, if that makes sense. So the Tab A7 is going to sound plenty loud. They're both plenty loud, but the sound is a lot fuller and richer on the Tab S6 Lite. That's my opinion, my use, okay? So the Tab S6 Lite, you do get the S Pen suite, which I mentioned, so that is an advantage. So the Tab A7, this is the 32 gig model. I got this one for around 150 bucks, so we're talking like $100 difference between the two. If you need this thing for note taking, it's a no-brainer. You're gonna go with the Tab S6 Lite or any other Samsung tablet that includes an S Pen, or go with an iPad. So if note taking is your thing, if you're debating between these two, Tab S6 Lite. All right. A couple other differences I've noticed. There is no way to get Good Lock, which is an app that you can get through the Galaxy Store. I have it on this Tab S6 Lite. I was able to install it. Actually, I can show you guys here. Let's go. So there's Good Lock. I was able to install that on the Tab S6. So it just gives you a lot more customization. You can change like the resolution of the screen. You can make your icon packages, you can fit more of your icons on the first page as opposed to the Tab A7. I was unable to find the Good Lock feature. So it doesn't even pull up in the search when you try to search it through the App Store, the Galaxy Store. So keep that in mind. If you want more customization, right now it's going to go with the Tab S6 Lite. Neither one of these runs DeX out of the box, I'm pretty sure, and you guys can help me out below. For those of you that are into, developing and whatnot, there's probably a way to side load or something DeX onto these devices. But right out the box, you do not get DeX, which is kind of a bummer. I wish they would at least put it on the Tab S6 Lite, but no go on that. As far as gaming, you guys know I test out a couple of my favorite games. I will say there is a pretty significant difference in gaming, so hear me out here. When I try the same games on the Tab S6 Lite, I find that the graphics look a lot better. However, there are a lot of drop frame rates. So better graphics, so you get a good look, but not really good gameplay. All right. Those same games I tried out, and once again, it's DH5 and NBA 2K20. When you play those on this Tab A7, you get better gameplay, but the graphics don't look as good. All right, so you get smoother gameplay, and I'm gonna say that that's the difference between the processors. So in the Tab A7, you get like a low-powered Snapdragon processor. Tab S6 Lite, you're gonna get the Exynos processor. So the Exynos processor with 4 gigs of RAM over here gives you, as far as gaming, the games will look pretty good, but running the game is going to be better on the Tab A7. All right. So those are some things to take into consideration. So overall, I think both of these tablets are a win if you're getting them for just multimedia. So if you're just going to be watching videos, you can download things. They both have expandable memory. So even though this Tab A7 I got in a 32 gig, you can expand it. You can do the same thing with the Tab S6 Lite. So either one will get the job done if you're just looking for some very light gaming and multimedia usage. So you can, use it for Instagram, use it for Facebook, watch your movies on it, use Netflix, things like that. The screens are decent. The screens are really good if you're not already used to high-end devices like a Tab S6, Tab S7, S7 Plus, or an iPad Pro. To me, those are the more high-end tablets. So if you're used to using those and you try to come down to something like this, you're going to notice that difference. These are not Super AMOLED panels. So if you're looking for a Super AMOLED, I would say go with either the Tab S5e or the Tab S6. You can get a really good deal on the Tab S7 Plus for a Super AMOLED display. But again, you're talking hundreds of dollars more, right? So if you're giving these as gifts, you want to watch your pockets, then you're not going to spring for those higher end tablets. You're going to stick with one of these guys. But either one will get the job done. You're going to take a hit on the screen resolution. But if it's for somebody that's not used to that, then either one of these are going to look fantastic. The Tab S6 Lite is going to get brighter than the Tab A7, so keep that in mind. So if they're going to be using these outdoors, they're going to get better brightness on the Tab S6 Lite. So overall, the better device, in my opinion, is the Tab S6 Lite. However, depending on who it's for, you can definitely get away with getting the Tab A7. All right, so just some things to keep in mind. Good luck with your holiday shopping. Have fun. Stay safe. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Like I said, I really appreciate your support. Thanks again for watching the video. And to the next one, peace.